Hi Stampers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Nancy Novak, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I'm thrilled to have you for another exciting tutorial. Today we're going to make card 3 of our Everyday Detail series, and I have something really extra special in store for you. It's the Twisted Easel card. So this fun and easy technique is perfect for showcasing our last image in the set, which is that pretty little vase. So we've used the other images in our first 2 cards, and today we're going to do this. So let's make a card in just a few short minutes. Remember, I do all the fast forwarding for you, so just sit back and enjoy. So I have a card base of fresh freesia, and it's 8.5 by 4 1/4. So this card is going to end up being a square card. It's still going to fit in our envelope though, so just stay tuned and we'll see how all that works out. Then I have a piece of designer series paper. This is the Masterfully Made designer series paper. And then I have a piece of the Delightfully Eclectic designer series paper. And these squares are 4 inches by 4 inches. I'm also going to bring in a scrap for our envelope. We're going to decorate our envelope a little bit. So this is about 2.5 by 5 7/8. Don't worry about the sizes. Remember, I always have a project sheet. You can find it on my blog, stampinshout.blogspot.com, or you can scroll down and there's a link there and it'll take you right to my blog. Also, you'll see large pictures of today's card. I have a little scrap for our sentiment, and then I have a piece that I've already cut out from the with the dies. So here are the dies again. So we use the crisscross this week. We use some of the circles. Today we're going to use the largest rectangle die. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And we're also going to use this funny little strip here that has all that pretty detailed dots. So let me show you how I cut this out. Again, I used the largest rectangle die. I just took a scrap of white. So it kind of looked like that before I cut it out. And then when I cut it out, it gave me that inner piece, and then it also gave me the dotted little edges that we're not going to use in today's card. But let me show you another example of what that looks like. So here's a piece of crumb cake, and this is cut to about 4 3/4 to 3.5. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this out because I want to show you what it looks like. So I'll be right back. So again, it cuts out that inner rectangle. But then it also gives you this piece right here. Let me knock out these little dots and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so if you use the die like that and you place it on your piece of white cardstock or whatever colors you're using, it gives you this frame look, which is really, really cool. And then you could stamp inside or do anything you want. So we didn't use the frame like this, so I want to make sure you knew, because that's one other way to use the dies. But let's get back to our card because it's really, really cute. So let's do some stamping first. So I'm going to bring in that lined vase image. I'm going to stamp right in the middle of this piece that we already cut out. So I'm going to bring this scrap in. This is for our sentiment. It's about 7/8 by 4 inches, but we're going to cut it down even smaller. And I'm going to stamp in Petaled Path. I think this is my new favorite neutral color. And I'm going to stamp right at the very top of this little rectangle that we have cut. Just like that. And then I'm going to bring this die in, and I'm going to line it up at the bottom, and I'm going to cut that out, and wait till you see. It's really, really cute. Something different for your sentiment. Okay, so here it is. So again, I use that little post-it tape to hold my die in place, and we'll take that off. Let me rig in this crumb cake so you can kind of see it. So I'm just going to take and cut the edges down just a little bit. And I think I'm just going to cut a little bit off the top real quick too. So when it's all done, it's about 3/4 of an inch by 3 1/4. And let's bring this piece back in and we'll do a little coloring. So I'm going to use Old Olive, Light and Dark Fresh Freesia. I have Light Flirty Flamingo, and I have Melon Mambo, Light Melon Mambo. And I also have my color lifter. So I'm going to start off with the Light Fresh Freesia and color in the larger flowers. Then I'm going to take Dark Fresh Freesia and go right in the center of those flowers. just to make it a little bit darker. And then I'll bring in this Melon Mambo and color the little tiny flowers. And I'll color the leaves in with the light Old Olive. And I'm coloring the vase in with the light Fresh Freesia. And I'm going to bring my color lifter in and just lift some of that off to give it some shadowing. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far. So let's get on to the fun fold. So I'm going to bring this piece in, and I'm going to bring in my scoreboard. Again, this is 8.5 by 4 1/4, and I'm going to score it right in half at 4 1/4. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to score it on an angle. So the easiest way to remember is which piece do you want to score at an angle. We're going to start at the top left and go right down to our score line, and that's where we're going to score. And right here I have a dark line that I made with a marker. It's been that way forever, and I'm going to use that to line up my cardstock for the diagonal fold. So I'm putting the point right there on the dark line, and I'm going to put the score line down here at the bottom, and I'm going to get it lined up, and I'm just going to score it. Just like that. Quick and easy, right? So that's a good little trick, to make a line right down the center of your scoreboard with a marker. So you're going to want to use your bone folder because you want to make sure this has a nice good crease. And then this one we're going to fold in. Just like that. Okay, so let's bring in these squares. So this square is going to go right there. So I'm just going to glue that down. Okay, now this piece here, this square, we're going to cut in half diagonally. So it's a 4-inch square, and I'm just lining up the points right on the line on the cutter. And there we go. So you could use this piece for another card. Okay, now this one is going to go on this flap. So the flap folds in, and I'm going to glue it down right like that. Okay, now I'm going to bring in our sentiment, and I'm going to bring in some dimensionals. I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. I'm going to bring our card in. So this is how it goes. And our sentiment is going to be what's going to hold up our easel, so it props up nicely. So for your sentiment, you can use whatever you like, in whichever shape you like. You can use a square, you can use a circle, you could use a flower. It just so happens that I think this looks really cute with all those dots. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there, but I'm going to give this an extra crease. Like I said, you really want this creased well. Again, so I have those dimensionals there, it's popped up. So I'm just kind of looking where I want it to go. It's going to go just like that. So I'm going to take those dimensional stickies off. Put it right there. So now it's propped up just like that. Isn't that cool? And then I'm going to bring this piece in, and I'm going to lay it like that. And I'm just going to put glue down here on the bottom part. So I'm going to put my fingers here so I don't glue too high up, and just put some glue at the bottom. Okay, so our card is going to sit like that. And now that's what it will look like when it's on display. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. So it closes like this to mail. I'll show you our envelope in a minute and how it fits. And then it props up like that. So you could put another sentiment here if you'd like, or you could put another sentiment there. You could stamp Happy Mother's Day or Happy Birthday or whatever, but that's where you could put your other sentiment if you wanted. You could sign it on the back, but it's just really a pretty display card. So let me bring in the envelope, and let's just decorate our envelope really quick, and I'll show you how it fits inside there. So here's the back. I'm just going to put some glue right on the flap of my envelope. And then I'm going to lay our DSP down. And then I'm just going to trim it. And there's a pretty envelope to go with our cute little twisted easel card. Let me show how it fits inside here. Just like that. Pretty cool, huh? So let's look at all the cards we made this week. We'll do a little recap real quick. So we have our twisted easel card. I just love that technique. And then we have our bird's nest card. I like all the dies that we used on this. It kind of makes it look like a bird's nest. I don't know why I think that, but it kind of does look like that. So let's see, we did stamping blends on today's card. And on card 2, we did watercolored pencils. And then we wet it with the Wink Stella rather than a paintbrush. And then our first card, we did a fancy fold card called the Drapery Fold Technique. And on this one, we colored it in with our ink pads and our Wink Stella pen. So there are your cards for the week. Let's get our pretty envelope showing. So don't forget, if you love the products that we're using today, we used the Everyday Details bundle, which is the stamp set and the dies. You can purchase them directly from me. You can just send me a message, or you can visit my website to place your order. I also have project sheets that will have all of the sizes, the colors, the supplies I used, and shopping links. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you so much for joining me this week. Remember, if you're new, to click subscribe so you don't miss any of my next videos. I'll see you next time. Don't be shy. Stamp and shout.